Nonfiction informational text by Caitlin Buchanan. What is nonfiction? Nonfiction are writings based on facts, real events, or real people. What is informational text? The purpose of informational text is to inform the reader about natural or social world. Characteristics: books that seem matter-of-fact information on real people or real events. Informational text structures. There are 5 types. These 5 types include descriptive or definitions, problem solution, sequence time, compare and contrast, or cause and effect. Text features include print features, graphic aids, organizational aids, or illustrations. Print features could include bold points, really big headings, labels, captions, so on and so forth. Text examples. Text examples include science informational texts, such as blizzards. This book is perfect for science lessons about weather, such as blizzards. This text has pictures of real-world blizzards. Another one is clouds. This book has a storyline that goes along about children who are looking up at the clouds, and then it has information about the scientific names of all the different types of clouds. The children in the book observe the clouds, and they read about the scientific names for the clouds. This textbook is one of my favorites. It's an encyclopedia-style textbook. This is a child encyclopedia about space specifically. This has a lot of text features such as an index and a table of contents. This is the book that I chose to do our read it loud and our activity with. This is another example of informational text. This is a multicultural text that can be included in this genre of nonfiction informational text. This is a text about Canada, about people and places and events that happen in Canada, as well as Japan. This is a book collection, and it has different countries all around the world. Now, Magic School Bus could also be considered informational text. It is more of a hybrid informational nonfiction text because there is a storyline, and on the bottom, as you can see, there's like a notebook, and that has the information in the form of bullet points about facts about bats, specifically for this book. Now, as you can see, all these books that I've given examples of, and the majority of informational texts, all have pictures. Now, pictures can express 1,000 words all in one, especially if you're trying to convey a complex idea. Pictures will really help aid in the understanding. Now enjoy my read aloud. Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be reading The First Big Book of Science. This is an informational nonfiction text. I pre-selected page 32, which is about our solar system. So, Earth's neighbors. Rocky planets and gas giants. You can see here that this book has important features from informational text. We have nice graphics, and we have large titles with detailed information. It reads, Rocky planets and gas giants. To be called a planet, an object has to be round, and it must orbit a star. Nothing else has its exact same orbit. There are 8 big planets that orbit the sun. I really like this book because the purple are questions for teachers to ask the student as they read, so it's a really good embedded reading opportunity. Mercury. As you can see, it has real life graphics. This is a real picture of Mercury. Mercury is hard to see from Earth because it is too close to the bright sun. Mercury does not have any moons. Mercury is the planet closest to the Sun. It is the smallest of the 8 big planets. It orbits the Sun faster than any other planet. 1 year on Earth is the time it takes to orbit the Sun, is 365 days. 1 year on Mercury is only 88 days. So this chapter goes through all the planets in our solar system. So we have Mercury, Venus, Mars. We have lots of facts and information about Mars. We have real life pictures. This is the crust of Mars. Mars rover, its Curiosity. We have Jupiter. Jupiter's moons. This is the satellite Juno that orbits Jupiter, and here on Earth we use it to gather information about Jupiter. Then we have Saturn, and we have the ice that makes up Saturn's rings. Saturn has 53 moons. Then we have Uranus, and little people know that Uranus also has rings. We have Neptune. Again, you can see that this text provides text boxes as well as bubbles full of evidence or information with great detail. And that concludes the chapter that I wanted to read. So for our activity, we're going to use this informational text, and we're going to pull text evidence out of this book to create our own poster of our solar system. So we will label the planets in our solar system using the text evidence from our informational text. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed our read aloud. For our activity, I showed you briefly in the video, but we're going to be creative and we're going to create graphics of our very own solar system. This will be fun for all ages. And that is my presentation about nonfiction informational texts.